gentle with me. Pay me like your French girls, piece by piece. Cause my body is a temple, and it needs some extra detail. Right here, right now, and my name is monumental. Say it for me, for me, for me. Cause I'm a goddess, I'm fucking flawless. Let's not be modest. Cause if you fuck with me, I might just change your life. Cause I'm a goddess, make you a promise that if you fuck with me, I might just change your life. If you fuck with me, I might just change your life. If you fuck with me, I might just change your life. Want you praying on your knees for me. Must be out of heaven, piece by piece. Cause my body is a temple, and it needs some extra detail. Right here, right now, and my name is monumental. Say it for me, for me, for me. Cause I'm a goddess, I'm fucking flawless. Let's not be modest. Cause if you fuck with me, I might just change your life. Cause I'm a goddess, make you a promise that if you fuck with me, I might just change your life. If you fuck with me, I might just change your life. You could go to paradise, see the wonders, feel the highs, touch the stars and search the skies. Cause I'm a goddess, I'm fucking flawless. Let's not be modest. Cause if you fuck with me, I might just change your life. Cause I'm a goddess, make you a promise that if you fuck with me, I might just change your life. If you fuck with me, I might just change your life. If you fuck with me, I might just change your
Slizzy Jeff, ayy. Report live from the A. Rap priestess, sovereign militia. I really had to stop fucking with swishers. Fine novelties, Moroccan enigmas. Crew dressed in all blue like Phi Beta Sigma. Fuck your stigmas, fuck your signal. Bless the indigenous, infinite diligence. Use these instruments as stimulants to heal the impediment. Ubiquitous omnipotence, I'm here with a medicine. Comedic villages with alchemists and scientists, astrologists. What else? Mathematician. Hey, where my vixen, my indigos and shamans, my botanists, from the lands I was promised. Hieroglyphic, socioeconomic, sacred pyramid scheme. Rise beyond trauma. 2 caps just to wake up in my dreams. Golden teachers make my life feel so serene. Soul gazing with 3 kings. Raheem, Hakeem, Kareem, the team. I'm feeling lucid. You see the truth is, I'm God. It's proof. And if it's law, I'm your reflection. What that say about you?
That's what it sounds like when you liberated. You sound free. You sound more confident. You sound more at peace. One thing about me, I ain't let nobody stop my flow, not a soul. Who job bless, no one curse. Yeah.
I'm in a new season of life, I'm feeling right. Was in a dark place, now I finally see the light.
my temple illuminating. Was stuck in a house, ruminating. I detox, feeling rejuvenated. That Paula Santos is fumigating, cleansing my space now. I used to be spaced out. She wanted me to open up to her like space bar, but I couldn't build with her. She left me with a tab. But I ain't tripping, I'm at peace with it. Blessings disguise. Just went through custom, getting accustomed to blue skies, blue waters. Remember days I ain't have 2 quarters. Now I just touched 50 and I'm sensing some more coming. And I ain't even 50, but I move like an elder. Wisdom and knowledge flowing within. The YNs respect me cause I used to be them. Now I show them the way. Some days we don't know what to say. Man, you gotta just flow. You gotta just flow. Flow. Flowing like faucet streams in riverbanks. Reflecting on days I could barely fill up the tank. Now these days I pull to the pump, 50 on 10 and tell a homeless man to get what he want. Building good karma. Used to get meds from Big Pharma. Now I plan to buy some land and be a big farmer. Yeah, I used to live to eat, but now I eat to live. Life ain't about what you get, it's about what you give. But never give up your peace, gave her a peace of mind. It left me puzzled, I couldn't picture my healing. Now it's 13-foot ceilings, painted pictures revealing. Just took the top off the Jeep, I can't picture the ceiling. With my hands out the top, touching these wings, what a beautiful feeling. Went from feeling dead inside to a beautiful living. I had to grow, knowledge of self, I had to know. Sometimes when you don't know where to go, man, you gotta just flow. You gotta just flow. Flow.
Man, damn, I've been hurt for a little minute. That struggle I live ain't gone cause I'm still in it. Can't keep a job, but I'm still living. Been behind on the bills, but I'm still giving. Man, I come from the gutter, the bottom, way under the track when I speak through on they business. What a part of your people be snake system. And the ones that you love sending death wishes. No, I ain't had the clothes on my back, nor the shoes on my feet to go stomp with the big dogs. Back then, they would bully a bitch, so I had to throw balls just to show them a bitch raw. No, we ain't had the money to turn on the water. Took baths with a bucket and washcloth. Life been so up and down like a seesaw. And they wonder why a bitch gotta go off. Man, them people don't know about the struggle. Got up and got back to the hustle. Hell nah, I can't show when I'm stuck and been down on my ass. I got that from my mother. Spark up just to keep it together. 3-5 in the wood make it better. Man, I had to just pray just to keep up the fight. You can never train me like the weather. Man, them people don't know about the struggle. Got up and got back to the hustle. Hell nah, I can't show when I'm stuck and been down on my ass. I got that from my mother. Spark up just to keep it together. 3-5 in the wood make it better. Man, I had to just pray just to keep up the faith. You can never change me like the weather. All of this shit, do it once. I can't get to the paper for the business I need to. Keep doing this music, but people don't listen. Trying to see what the fuck am I gon' do. Gotta stay in the mix and I keep showing face. Put aside all the crying I did do. And most of these niggas be all in my grill and can't walk in my shoes. He a damn fool. Shit, multiple times I done been through depression. Begging the God that's to take me to heaven. Said I ain't strong, I can't take on the battles you throw in my life, but I know these is lessons. That's on the pole, but don't talk about it often. Sold out some weed just to make me a profit. Went out to Cali to swipe me some cars and they never told, cause I kept it solid. On best friend, tried to fuck on the one that I love. Had to go and cut the bitch off. Man, I had to offset my career, set to give me some time to take off. Gotta blast off. If I had about 5 just to talk to who dead or alive, I'd talk to my child now and tell him I'm sorry. Mama wasn't ready and young that a boy maybe crash out. Man, them people don't know about the struggle. Got up and got back to the hustle. Hell nah, I can't show when I'm stuck and been down on my ass. I got that from my mother. would make it better. Man, I had to just pray just to keep up the fight. You can never change me like the weather. Man, them people don't know about the struggle. Got up and got back to the hustle. Hell nah, I can't show when I'm stuck and been down on my ass. I got that from my mother. Spark up just to keep it together. 3-5 in the wood, make it better. Man, I had to just pray just to keep up the faith. You can never change me like the weather. Kane.
Ooh, fresh out the fresh out.
Sacrificing sleep for my dreams. Sailing across the atlas, this shit deeper than some streams. Everything ain't what it seems, and I'm reading in between. Translating frequencies from ethereal beings. I can walk through the streets and remain unseen. My protection on the beam, my direction, 7 seas. Cinematic tendencies, currencies, infinite. On some classic type shit, so consistent with the hits. Cosmic message on the lips, clearly heaven never missed. Crucial metamorphosis, I swear I died 1,000 times, but still I rise by the power of Most High. I heard legends never die, but we bound to the crown. That motherfucker heavy than 1,000 evil eyes. Getting stronger with my boundaries, cause my spirit is the prize. And my soul is as vibrant as the moon on summer nights. And my mind is a dive into all that's divine. Sacred scribe, watching Gemini rise. When I was born, I loved my mama womb so much that I was trying to hold on. I had problems with the breath, cause my spirit never left. I survived 1,000,000 threats, projections aimed at my neck. Death sentence to my success, abuse of my innocence. Transmuting the bullshit, speak life on my lineage. Protecting women and kids, raising respectful men. Honoring the land, keeping the sacred. Infusing the planet with healing and presence. Wisdom of ancients, pumping through my veins. Scream my ancestors' names, we ain't here to play. Coming for every fucking thing you ripped from my kin and them. Multiply that shit by 10, can't quantify my existence. I am an uncompromised transmission in this holographic realm of those addicted to the gram. My heart chakra bleeds for those in need of connection. You magnetize all your blessings when you lead with intention, and you lean into forgiveness, and you see all you've been given, and you amplify your mission with compassion for your lessons, giving grace to your versions that's in need of the healing, saving space for potential cause your growth has no ceilings. And now I'm building you up cause you are my reflection. I feel collective fear and pain, and I can't answer all those questions, but we all know the problem, and we cry for solutions. We didn't watch all our legends up and die for the truth. Strange fruit, tongue-tied for our lives by the noose. I will no longer be silenced, but those who deny our truth. Fulfilling the prophecy, feeling the potency of a black woman near her prime. What a joy it is to see. Every win for my sis is a W for me. Reflecting my inner light, is it W or me? No double cup, just tea. Pour libations up for me. When I bounce out this bitch at the altar, sing my name. Leave me raspberry leaf, fill my cup up for me. Play my voice over the seas, lava for eternity. Lava is eternity.
Shimim Hotep, Shimim Ra, Ashe. Uncle Job, Sanib, Sanepti, Ashe. We give thanks for the verbal elixir and divine frequency of Lava God. Just know if you're hearing my voice, you are the new deity. You are the Neteru. You are the Orisha. You are the Vedic. You are the Mayan, Aztec. You are the Akan, the Dogon. All that is God is in you. So we lack nothing. Give thanks.
Learn to cloud surf while never leaving Earth. 10 toes firmly planted in the dirt for what it's worth. See my life flash before my eyes a couple times. So I'd be lying if I said I don't believe in the divine. For reasons we can't find, the truth will probably blow our minds. This energy in the universe send chills down your spine. Had a talk with a goddess about human design. Pull my coat to how I need to get my chakras aligned. Gotta break some bad habits, it's addition by subtraction. Move away from bad actors trying to leech off your action. It's the laws of attraction, gotta see it before it happens. Gotta believe it with a passion, then receive this beautiful madness. Find a pattern in the chaos, their assessment was way off. You build it from the ground up, you own it, so ain't no layoffs. Your energy is equity, cashing on your day off. Hope to reach a couple souls, it's all a part of the payoff.
Peace and blessings, star seeds. Peace and blessings. Welcome to Pronoia Star Seed Podcast. Y'all, this is the girl, the goddess Rael. I was about to say Foxy Roxy, y'all. I was about to take it back. It feels like it's been a long time. So thank you for being in the building tonight. Peace and blessings, star seeds. Tonight is a very special night. Tonight is a Transformation Tuesdays, of course, but it's also Please Don't Slay My Dragon Part 2. All right, so you remember we got into this conversation a couple of Transformation Tuesdays ago. Thank you for being in the building. Peace, Cuzzo. Peace, King Adonis. Thank you for being here. That's right. We ain't slaying no dragons. But tonight, I really wanted to talk about the divine feminine, that energy that is often disrespected in history. I want to get into what happens when that energy is the villain. And I was thinking about this again. A lot of these conversations come up from the things that I've watched or been watching with my kids or just came across a book or something like that. But this time it was the Maleficent movie. So I know that you guys have seen it. It's been out for quite a while. But I'm going to use Maleficent as an example. There will be other examples of feminine energy that has been looked upon as negative. When was it being negative, or was it just refusing to be victimized? So we'll get into these conversations as we get into this episode of Please Don't Slay My Dragon 2. Now make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the podcast if you have not yet. We are continuing to grow here on Pronoia Star Seed Podcast, which is beautiful. We have grown as a team, and we are growing as a community. So thank you for subscribing. So as I was saying, we discussed this before. We discussed what the dragon was all about in the last episode, that the dragon is actually the protection, right, of the divine feminine energy. It is actually, that fiery energy within us that protects us. The dragon was standing outside of the castle, standing outside of the tower where the princess was. Like, who was to say that he was actually a threat or she was actually a threat? And it was the slaying of this energy, right, that would give the energy over that the princess in the tower possessed over to the one who slayed the dragon. But we talked about that. And the dragon is not to be slayed. The dragon is actually there as your protection. It is your intuition. It is your ancient history. It is a part of who you are. And to slay your dragon is to actually give away a part of your own protection and to look for someone else to protect you. They say we're always looking for someone external to ourselves, a savior outside of ourselves, but really, truly, we are our own saviors. We are our own masters of ourselves because we carry divine energy within ourselves. We don't have to look for it externally. And so On the last episode, we talked about the slaying of the dragon and the tower and the protection that it offers and what it's good for. And in this episode, I wanted to get into the feminine energy that may not be in the tower, that may play a villain role in some people's story. So when we talk about Maleficent, that is the one I want to start off with tonight. I hope you guys seen the movies. If you have, just let me know in the comments. You know, we like to interact, so don't get too quiet over there. But in the movie Maleficent, and if you have not seen it, well, I don't know where you've been, and it's a spoiler alert tonight because we're going to talk about it. Peace and prosperity, my Lisa. So if you've not seen the movie Maleficent, I'll give you a somewhat quick recap of what occurred, because I believe that we all know the story of Sleeping Beauty. Okay, she was cursed by some evil fairy, and she was going to prick her finger on the spinning wheel when she turned a certain age, and she was going to sleep forever and ever and ever. Right, just sleep, have a good old long ass nap. Okay. Yes. It's beautiful how we can see her in so many different ways, and that's the divine feminine energy, right? So that's the story of Sleeping Beauty, and that was told in a way that you saw this. And if you watch the cartoon version, the dark fairy that they called her, when she showed up and she spoke her spell over Aurora, the princess, when she was a baby. When she left out and she turned into when they were fighting her, she turned into what? The dragon, right? She turned into the actual dragon. And so again, that is a symbolism of that divine feminine energy. Peace and blessings. The divine feminine energy that she was carrying. Okay, so at no point in the original story was the king ever seen as the villain. I don't even know if they even talked about the king too much. It was just like, this lady just bust up in here. You know what I'm saying? They didn't give you the backstory or nothing. Like, why would she come up in here? Why would she do all of that? Right? Yes. Okay. Give it to me now, King Adonis. Yes, Aurora, the new dawn. Oh, yes. I love that. So let's get into Maleficent. The story of Maleficent is, to me, it can be viewed in so many ways, and it's an allegory in a way that it could be a story in the Bible to me. You know, it was about a young fairy, if you want to call her a fairy. I don't believe she's a fairy. I don't know what she was. Okay, she was something different than them fairies, but she had extreme powers, and since she was little, and she controlled nature, and nature like obeyed her, it loved her, right? So she had this kind of, again, like a witch, a natural bond with nature. So she's out there minding her business, right? She's in her own land doing what she does, and this young boy comes and he needs her help, and she helps him, even though, again, humans are not that kind to things that are not familiar to them. So she is not, at first, she's a little hesitant, but she goes against that and she helps him, right? And they become friends. And he comes and he visits. He builds this relationship with her. And he starts to get older, and he continues to visit. And she's like falling in love with him, and they're like supposedly loving each other. She's falling in love with him, and he's supposedly loving each other. And so I had to say it twice. Yes, I did. All right. So the story goes on, and the king, you know, Maleficent has this land over there, and she's ruling it, and they can't come over. There's an older king now. This guy is not the king. He is just a young boy who wants to be the king. He wants power, right? He wants power so bad he's willing to betray someone that trusts him, right? So he's gotten a little bit older, and the king has, you know, these guys around, and he's telling them, look, whoever can kill Maleficent, take her out of here. You'll be the next king. Because he was sick. He had no sons to leave it to. So he was that hell-bent on leaving this earth with her out of here. Why? Because she had a lot of power. He could not conquer her. So if somebody could conquer her, you know what? I'm willing to give you this kingdom, right? Now, this man has built a relationship with Maleficent. Let's go back. Maleficent had known him since she was a little boy. He was a little boy and she was a little girl. So this relationship has been built. So she trusts him to come. He's visiting her. He's spending time with her. And eventually, he lays down with her. It could be a metaphor. It could be whatever you like. Watch the movie, okay? So they're there. And the next morning when she wakes up, Maleficent has the most magnificent wings. And they are gone. They have been removed from her. Okay? Do you know how painful on so many levels, depending on what your wings are to you, right? That had to be for Maleficent? To trust someone, to grow to trust someone, to get to know this person, to believe that this person is trustworthy. And to wake up the next day and have your precious wings a part of you. Not wings that are clipped on, not some Halloween wings. I'm talking about a part of you is now missing. And you have to do without this part of you. Now, this is the crazy part. She could have done what most people would have wanted her to do, which is bow out gracefully. She lost her wings, right? You lost your wings. Shouldn't have trusted him. But Maleficent was pissed off, right? So he became the king. She let him live. She ain't bothering him. She learned to live without their wings for a while. She let it marinate for a little bit. Right? But then the king decided he's going to keep on moving with his life. He didn't care about what he did to her. So he went ahead. He had a family, had a baby named Aurora. Right? Beautiful baby girl. Now Maleficent, like, look, he done went on. Think about this. Somebody violates you. They take something from you. There's no justice. If anything, if you step out of that land that you are on, you will be persecuted, regardless to the fact that you are the victim. So instead of being the victim, you now become the villain because you refuse. You refuse to just sit there and take it. So Maleficent refused to just be the victim. Now, there's a difference between being bad and being evil. Evil would have been plotting for a long period of time, coming and visiting somebody back and forth just to steal their wings. That's evil. Putting somebody to sleep for the rest. I mean, you ain't died though. Did you die though? You know what I'm saying? She could have just cursed the little girl and been like, look, you died. When you turn 16, you out of here. That's very important to understand. It was a sleep. And it came with conditions. That means she could get out of it. All right, so let's fast forward. Maleficent, again, is being attacked because she's Maleficent. So she goes up to the castle. She's like, you know what? King's having a baby. No problem. She curses the baby. They say it's a curse. We'll talk about that. She puts a spell on the baby, right? But if you watch the movie, the king cares so much about his child. Now, if you watch the movie, you know I'm being sarcastic. He sent his child off into the woods with 3 fairies who've never raised a kid ever before. These little bug fairies, really fairies, they're fairies, not like Maleficent, a whole human being type of fairy, a little tiny fairies of older women who are not paying attention to this child whatsoever. And her father sends her out into the woods there to hide out in a cabin. Now, she's not supposed to prick her finger into a certain age. He didn't keep her there in the castle until she turned that age. No, he sent her off immediately with those fairies, right? To raise his child. Okay. In the meantime, he can't change. He can't get her off his mind. He's losing his mind in the castle. He can't live his normal life. All he's thinking is Maleficent's going to come back and get me. She's going to get me. She's going to get me. Why? Why does he have so much shame and so much eagerness within him? She's the villain, right? She's the villain. But how does she become the villain? So let's rewind. He stole her wings. He took something from her that was sacred to her, whatever it be. Someone comes and takes something sacred from you, and you come back. And really, what you want is what was taken from you. But since you can't have that, she did something bad. I will say that. Maleficent was not evil, but she did something bad. And she tried to take it back also. And that was the difference between her and him. He never tried to take it back. He never took her wings off. It was like, damn, I feel bad. Let me get them wings back to her. No. He went on to be king. He went on to start a family. Maleficent was different. She had that divine feminine energy within her, right? She was given these energies that she could make things grow in nature. She was a natural witch. And that was a threat to the king. That was a threat to any king, to anyone who wanted the land that she stood on. So she was violated. And because she refused to play the victim, she became the villain in the story. Now, mind you, when the little girl Aurora was sent out into the woods with the little fairies, they did not do a good job at all. If you watch the movie, the girl that almost fell off of a cliff several times, and it was Maleficent who saved her over and over again. She cursed her, yet she saved her. Because it wasn't really about her. It never was about her. And again, sometimes we look at situations from that one moment. She came in that castle. She was pissed. She cursed the baby because she knew that was the closest thing to him. He took something precious from her. So she wanted to take something precious from him. Yes, they do. But what was so crazy was that she never really had anything against the baby. And so you watch her raise this young girl, which is a reflection, again, of a divine feminine energy. So it's an energy. She could have neglected it. She could have let her fall off the cliff. She could have, but no. It was a way to heal her own inner child who was abused. It was a way for her to mend and to be there for someone who when no one was there for her. Because she was out there in the woods by herself. She was a young girl growing up by herself. So when she met that young man and she had no guidance. So she guided Aurora. So there really was it really a curse, or was it a part of her destiny? She guided Aurora. When Aurora grew older, she came to love Maleficent like a parent. Because again, yeah, exactly. But the thing about it is that she, again, tried to make it right. She tried to reverse the spell, and she couldn't. Her magic was so strong, she couldn't reverse it. And as the story goes on, Aurora comes to understand that she was cursed. that the reason she was in these woods and she was away from the castle in which she, as she got older, she found out the truth. And she found out it was Maleficent. Right? But the bigger part of the story is Maleficent was always deemed as the villain, when in fact, the king was always, to me, the villain in the story. The king was so power drunk that he would risk his future, right? Because he didn't kill Maleficent. He took her wings. He knew there was a chance for her to come back. He sacrificed his daughter by sending her into the woods with some fairies. He didn't know if she was going to ever come back. The entire time, he paced around that castle a million times. He wasted his whole life worried about her coming back. He didn't enjoy being the king. So what did he win? Where was his power? His power was villainizing her. His power was disempowering her. But what became so beautiful about the message was that the message of true love was also, again, in the healing of her own self. In watching Aurora grow and giving her that protection, the divine feminine protection that she needed at the time when she was growing up, she was able to heal some things within herself. So when that true love kiss came, it wasn't a prince. It wasn't her dad. It was the one that they called the villain. It was the villain who saved her life. The same one who cursed her. And she loved her more than she did her own parents. So Maleficent was never the villain. She just refused to be victimized. She refused to give over her land over to someone who was power hungry, someone who was willing to sacrifice her for a seat, for a throne that he was never comfortable in. Because the minute he did what he did, he cursed himself. And those wings never forgot Maleficent. She had to journey back to herself. If you ever watched that movie, it was so deep to me. Like, I'm sorry, y'all, if you didn't see it, then I might be missing some pieces. But she journeyed back to herself. She did retrieve her wings. And she became her Maleficent self again. But in doing so, in losing her wings, she found her power. She found out that she could get through anything. Right? They say Lucifer is the one who destroys you, but also the one who saves you. That is a saying, huh? I never heard that one before, the King Adonis. You must come and share. I will say that, like, listen, Maleficent was just one example. So let's just think about goddesses or energies, again, that have been villainized over the years. They have been looked at as negative, but if it was indeed, let's say, a male energy, and that same, doing the same exact thing, would it be a villain at that time? Or would they be the hero in the story? So when I think about one of my favorite goddesses is the goddess Kali Ma, right? Every time, it's so crazy. When I put those pictures up, people's reactions to certain imagery tells me about what we've learned as far as brainwashing to what divine feminine energy really is. Divine feminine energy is not just soft, nurturing, caring energy. It's chaotic. Sometimes it is destruction. Kali Ma. So whenever that picture of Kali Ma, the dark goddess with her tongue hanging out of her mouth, and she's dancing, doing the I think it's the dance of death, or she has the heads of the demons and she's on Shiva, right? When I put that picture up, like I can make reels about all kinds of stuff and it's wonderful. But when I make reels about the darker energy feminines, it gets views, but people be feeling some kind of way. And it's funny because it's like, it's a reason why they are even depicted in a way where you will reject it, right? In a way that they look negative towards, like the witch. The witch. It's the crooked nose and it's the pointy hat and it's the gruesomeness or the ugliness they try to put on when they put witches. But most witches are probably beautiful. They're probably doing beauty spells and shit like that. So they're not looking like, but this is the imagery to reject this energy. So I've never been afraid of that Kali Ma energy. It actually is very, yes, and yes, the skulls around the necklace, yes. But I've always been inquisitive about what it all meant. And, the story of Kali is, there was a demon. She was summoned. She was called forth for this mission, okay? They needed Kali Ma to come. They had tried to execute this demon on their own. They needed her. So she was summoned to do this. Just like Sekhmet was sent down by Ra, right? And that's another thing. It's like when you have a God-given mission and you carry out your mission, not everybody's going to like it. And especially if you are a feminine energy standing in your power, not everyone's going to like it. But you are called by God to do what you got to do. These energies carry such heavy, like a responsibility. Like people think that, they say God is good all the time. Sure, yes. Everything that God does is for the good. But sometimes there are times where blood has to be shed, where things have to end, right? And then they send down the energy, like there is an energy of death. There is an ending. And people are like, we can't fear death. That's a part of life. And so if Kali was sent down to destroy a demon, but yet she's always demonized, it is crazy to me, and yes, she went a little crazy with it. But if you think about a demon that continues to multiply when you cut the head off and the blood hits the ground, you're going to make sure that blood doesn't hit the ground. You might get a little crazy with it. But it's the depiction, right, that makes people uncomfortable. But if we talk about war, and it's okay for masculine energy to go to war, absolutely. There's always a rebirth. Exactly. And that's, again, death is not to be feared at all. And it's a part of the process. Whoa, look at that shake. It's a part of the process. But destruction has to come for other things to be built. And Kali Ma represents destruction, right? Because the woman brings life. But sometimes for that energy to enter, you have to destroy what was there before. And so, again, I will remind you to go back and look at the Empire State Building. I believe it was 2014 or 2017. I will get you the dates, but just look it up. Kali Ma on the Empire State Building. It was projected years ago. That is not just, we just put a picture of Kali Ma on the Empire State Building. No. Kali Ma is a symbolism of time and ending and destruction and chaos. But it's also a symbolism of rebirth and new things. And we are going into a shift. So this shift was already being broadcasted symbolically to our subconscious minds. If you get it, it's one of those, if you know things. And they were projecting it. And, I really didn't know at the time, but I just thought, I'm watching it. And at first there was animals, and all of a sudden there's this Kali Ma on the side of the Empire State Building. That's not normal. So I go and look up, who is Kali Ma? What is this? What is all of that? And I get into it. And I find out. And I'm like, wow, this is a message. This is not just like, and the woman has always been symbolism. Thank you. It was 2015. Thank you. Peace and blessings, Jackie. So yes, you know, the woman has always been like, before there was the words, before you learn how to speak the words, there were like symbols. There were the things you saw before someone told you what it was, before they named it, right? Okay, so we're gonna talk about that on the mother show, on another show. But I just want to say, like, so Kali Ma, she has this bigger than life form, this form that is intimidating, it's vicious, it's another part of the divine feminine energy. It's chaos, it's destruction, it's new beginnings, it's endings, right? So then we have Sekhmet. Now, you know, I love Egypt. I do. And I wasn't familiar with the backstory of Sekhmet prior to doing this episode. I wanted to, you know, I heard about, you know, she'd been sent down by Ra, but I also did not know that she was actually considered the Eye of Ra. And which makes so much sense because we always see the Eye of Horus and we always talk about the Eye of Horus, but the Eye of Ra, you know, the destruction, it's a part, again, she was sent down because the balance of Mayat was being disrupted, okay? So she was sent down. Again, she had a mission. She was on a mission. And she did what she was supposed to do. And in doing so, again, you become demonized, you become villainized. It's like, oh, she was bloodthirsty. Oh, she was sent down to destroy so that things can be rebirthed. Sometimes corruption has to be like dismantled. I don't know any other way to say it because everybody wants everything to be beautiful all the time. And sometimes things are just not beautiful. Sometimes things have to be destroyed so other things can be built. And destruction doesn't look like removing one brick by brick. It's tearing shit down. Sometimes the God in the Bible got tired of people's stuff, okay? We're not going to even talk about, you know, the God that, the Most High. I'm talking about the God in the Bible. Flooded places because people wasn't doing what they needed to do. So these energies don't only come through the masculine. The feminine has a part in rebuilding and destruction. And if you think about the chaos energy, yes, I saw someone post that, oh, I heard divine feminine is chaos and masculine is order, so they all make sense. Please tell me how it all makes sense. That just sounded like you want to just, I mean, it's just so open for debate. How does that all make sense? We all carry both energies within us. We carry both divine feminine and masculine energy within us. So just because you're a man doesn't mean you don't carry feminine energy. And just because you're a woman doesn't mean you don't carry masculine energy. But to tap into that energy and to be aware and to honor. And that's what I want to do tonight. I want to honor the divine feminine energy, not to vilify it. Because again, these energies were sent on missions and they accomplished what they came to do. And then they were written down in history or made out to be these villains or looked at to be a negative because they were known to destroy or mess up or tear up some things. You know, I look at the role of the woman as being multifaceted. And God can use her in so many different ways. it's not always going to be pushing out babies. You know, there are armies of women who are warriors. That energy is within them. We carry men within us. So if you can give birth to something, that means that you have that energy within you. So that masculine and that feminine energy is within us. So when Kali Ma, she came down, she was called upon. When Sekhmet came down, she was called upon. Now let's talk about Medusa. Let's talk about another way that women are vilified for their beauty. By other women, by men, by society. Let's talk about it. Like I'm gonna tell you, I never grew up thinking, oh, I'm so pretty, I'm so this, but people will think what they think about you and they will treat you some kind of way because how they feel about you. Medusa was vilified because of her beauty, because she was attractive, because people was drawn to her, and because a goddess did not like that energy. But it's more than that. It was more than just that. It was the fact that she pulled on her divine feminine energy and she carried it with no regrets. She carried it. She was a priestess. Did you know that? The Medusa carried divine energy truly. Like she was a high priestess. She wasn't just some random. And she was vilified for being beautiful, for being able to catch the attention of men of the opposite sex. Didn't mean that she wanted their attention. She couldn't help that she was carrying a certain energy, but she had to defend it. I never even knew that was really a thing, that you could be really, that people hate you because you got well-formed molecules. Because I just don't. And become a whole villain. They turned her hair into snakes. And then, I mean, the snake represents something totally different as well, but the snake itself has been vilified. It's a reptile. It goes back and it's connected to the dragon again. There's so many reasons. Me either. I don't get it. But, you know, people can find many reasons to hate each other. It's so crazy to me. I don't like you because you have well-formed molecules and you can't help what you look like. And I don't like it. Okay, well, she can't help that. She couldn't help that. I just thought that was a crazy story. And then I was talking to one of my friends, and one of my favorite mythologies, because I was really into Greek mythology, is not the Black Medea from Tyler Perry, but it's called Medea. And it's another, you know, story where you can either think she's a villain or not. Depends. Might have to take it to Unread over there with Maulisa and Mr. Westbrooks, and we get into that book. But Medea, if you know the story of Jason and the Golden Fleece, then you may know the story of Medea. And I will say I'll give you a short version. She was a gypsy. She helped Jason get the Golden Fleece. When she did, they got married. They had children, and he dogged her out. He left her for some little flat-chested chick up in the castle and said, I'm going to go marry this chick, even though she had children with him. Now, she had to leave her. Wait a minute. She had children. Wait a minute, y'all. She had to leave her country. I think she had to kill her own brother to get out of that joint. She could never go back. So she was, what is it called? Exiled. She was exiled from her own country. So now she's stuck with Jason, right? Yeah, that's what, let me tell you, I'm using this is the words in the book, you know. So this is, okay, I'll give you a little backstory on Medea. I played the role Medea when I was in high school. This is how I fell in love with this play. And yes, that's the words that she used for this little, because the girl was 14. Medea was like in her 20s. And of course, back then, you know, Medea was getting old. So Jason, you know, he wanted to be oh my goodness, Jason wanted to be a king, just like the little boy on Maleficent and Medea, same thing. Listen, but Medea wasn't like Maleficent. Maleficent was nice. Maleficent was Mother Teresa compared to Medea. Medea, y'all gotta look it up. For real. I'm not serious. I'm serious. Okay. So anyway, I'm gonna give y'all the little ghetto quick story. Okay. So, you know what I'm saying? Jason and Medea, they on the boat, they get married, they had the kids, they get to this place. He find out there's this little girl. She a princess. She ain't got no husband. Her father the king. He want to be the king one day. Boom, I'm married a little girl. Medea like, what? We married. He like, nah, not no more. She like, what? What you mean? He like, right? So he roll out. He goes to the castle. He talks to the king. King like, cool. Oh, you Jason, the one who got the golden fleece? Oh yeah, we heard all about you. You want to marry my daughter? What about that crazy lady? Oh yeah. So you told her you done? He said, yeah. King was like, let me make sure. King go down there like, look, you got to get up out of here tonight. She like, what? So you just got dumped, and now you got to get up out your house with your kids, and you ain't got nowhere to go because you killed your brother, and your father like, nah, you can't come back here. Does it sound like the villain y'all right now? Come on, talk to me. This all stuff happened to this poor lady. So then, so Medea, she's sitting up in the house. She pissed off. She walk around. She's saying crazy shit. Okay. The women outside, they being nosy. They Greek women. That's what she said. I didn't say it. I ain't got nothing against Greek women. She said that. She a gypsy. She said, these women nosy. You know, they listening in. Medea talking stuff. The king like, you got to go. She said, give me 24 hours. She talked them into it. You give her 24 hours. She go crazy. That's all I'm going to tell you. She lose it. But why? Why? And let me tell you, it's Greek mythology. So Zeus is in here. Zeus is watching everything. And guess who Zeus side? Guess what side Zeus on? Medea. He said, I see what's going on here. Go ahead and do what you gotta do, girl. That's all I'm saying. Go and read the book. Medea. It's spelled just like the Tyler Perry joint, but it's a mythology. Look at Greek mythology. Medea. It's gonna blow your mind what she did though. I ain't gonna give it all away, but I'm just gonna say it's a woman scorn type of thing. But it's like once she became scorned, she became the villain. And it's like, why we not vilifying the people who walking around hurting people though? Why we not vilifying the kings, the people that's gonna like do everything for the power? We not doing that? No, it's her fault. Okay. Medea, Maleficent, Medusa. It's something about the mothers. Medusa, Sekhmet. You know. Divine feminine. Kali Ma. It's the Ma. It's the Ma and the Ma. You gotta watch out for them. They don't go for much. But yes, go check out that story. I will. You like for real. Y'all gotta check it out on Unraised. It's really deep. And I mean, even look at Mary Magdalene. I mean, if we want to talk about biblically, look how they did her. What kind of title they left with her? Let's talk about disrespect. We're not gonna talk about Mary Magdalene? No, that's too deep tonight. Okay. I'm just saying. The amount of disrespect that the divine feminine energy has received over the years to be buried alive, to be buried with no history, to be noses knocked off of statues, legacy hidden. matriarchs, just all the history gone. And still the energy returns. And still the energy is returning. You can't hide the mother. Oshun. Y'all remember the story of Oshun? How the other gods was acting like they ain't need Oshun. Then as soon as she left, everything started dying. You don't need the mother. You don't need the feminine energy. We need each other. You definitely need the divine feminine. And to vilify what brings life, what is creative. To vilify that energy, it's really what has set us back for so long. Because a lot of people don't want to tap in. They don't even believe that that energy really exists. Oh, what are you talking about? And I'm sitting here looking at how the world is changing, and all I can see is the influence of that energy. The chaos, the destruction, the shift in time, the refusal of the disrespect of women, the exposures. It's the clearing. It's like a fire going on right now. It's a fire. And the fire is to burn everything down so it can be rebuilt properly. And that energy is a part of the proper rebuilding. You can't shut out your creativity, your intuition, your nurturing. Like these are aspects of the feminine that we have shut out for the sake of power, for the sake of money, for the sake of lust over love, for the sake of things over people. This is the choice we make when we decide to close the door on the mother. You want to be the king? You want the power. You want the legacy. But what is it without a soul, without the mother energy, the spirit? Everybody talks about the Holy Spirit. Don't you understand that that's the missing piece of the Trinity, which means it's the mother energy? It's the thing that moves you. It's the whisper inside of you. And they want you to deny it. They want you to hate it. They want you to vilify it. Because once you deny it, you is like denying Jesus. Remember? You deny Jesus. Well, what about the mother? The Christ in you. The Christ energy within you. That wakes you up, that keeps you going, that keeps you on your toes and lets you know when something ain't right. But then you say it doesn't exist. It doesn't matter. All we need to do is work and go to work and come home, and we don't if you just take a minute and just breathe and let that energy speak to you, it can realign you. It can bring you back into focus of what's important. I think we've lost focus of what's important in this world because we've lost focus of that creative, childlike, motherly, caring for each other energy. We don't care anymore. Everybody cares about themselves, their bills, what they got going on right now. And that's why everything is being destroyed, so it can be rebuilt properly. You're going to uncover things in these coming years, in this age of Aquarius, that it's going to blow people's minds. Because all the illusions, all that Neptunian energy, all that dreamy, false, patriotic Hamster wheel. That's what we've been in, a hamster wheel. And we're being freed. But in freedom comes destruction. Do not be afraid of destruction. Do not be afraid of the feminine energy. Don't be afraid of things being torn down so that new things can be rebuilt. God is both. God created us in its image. Do you not see male and female here? So God carries both energies. But when you repress one for so long and let one rise, I mean, think about it. We treat Jesus Christ like this, but we treat Mary Magdalene like this. I mean, I've heard, before I even knew who Mary Magdalene was, the first thing I heard she was not a good thing. Until I did my own research, until I did my own digging. Until I started looking at books that were outside of just the Bible and looking at Gnostic texts and different information. And that's the thing. If we look at one thing and think we know everything, come on. Scientists read way more than one book. You know, people, we read that one book. That's right. We are. And we carry that energy. We do. But we can't carry it and we can't use it if we deny it. You can't use what you deny within yourself. What you try to kill outside, you are trying to kill within you. So if you don't like the energy that you're seeing, it's because you don't like the energy that's within you. This is your world. You're projecting it. But that energy is going to return regardless. But a lot of people, they try to destroy because they don't understand. And instead of getting an understanding, and a lot of people don't want to understand. I'm not here to make anybody believe anything. Believe what you believe, but know what you need to know when it's time to know. And that energy is real. It's within you. It's your creativity. It's your intuition. It's the ancient knowledge that's hidden within you. It's the secrets in your subconscious mind. It's the things you know, but you go against every day just to gain power, to stay in a job. It's that. The things you know you should be doing, the things you really, really want to do, that is that energy within you. And yes, masculine energy, order is necessary. Yes, we have to do certain things in order to live in this world, but we don't have to be confined as tightly as we have been for so long. That energy is freedom. The mother energy, the divine feminine energy is freedom. And a lot of people don't want you to have your freedom because it doesn't beg. It knows. It knows. When you know yourself, when you tap in and you know that you deserve something, you don't have to beg for it. You magnetize yourself to get it. It comes to you. That's the divine feminine energy. If you stand in that energy, you don't have to work so hard. You don't have to do the most. You don't have to hustle. That's the mentality that's been built into you, so you continue to move like that. But it's not what you have to do. We don't have time to tap into ourselves. What are you doing here then? What are we doing with our time? Tap in, and it will be the best time you've ever spent because it's going to teach you so much more than this world will ever teach you. Let that divine feminine intuition, let it start leading you. See how many things that when you hear that no, that silent no over that ego yes, and you listen to that silent no, see how many things you avoid in this life. Or that silent yes, when you hear that ego yell no. Start tapping into yourself. Like that motherly energy is here to mother you, but it's within you. It's nobody external to you who's going to come and save you. It's not going to happen. We are here to help spark each other to come back to ourselves. And I'm here on behalf of the Divine Feminine. That's what this podcast has been always based off of. That's who called me here to the stage. That's who I'm here to represent, to let you know about, to never deny. That intuition has saved my life. That inner knowing, that silent, that little voice, the more you listen to it, the more the loud voice gets quieter. The ego quiets when you start listening to the intuition. And again, it's a balance because the ego protects you. I never say kill your ego. No, tame your ego. But listen to yourself, your true self. That's how you know. That's how you know when you're chosen. Because you choose yourself. You choose the right path based on not external, not what other people think, not what other people think you should do, not for power, not for a throne, not for validation. You do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. You don't think that he could have been a king if he had honored Maleficent? Aurora became the princess of the Moors. We'll get into that another time. Aurora became the queen of the Moors, because Maleficent allowed her to rule over the land in which Maleficent was protecting. She became not just the queen over there, and she gave up that queendom that her father had. She became the queen of the Moors. You don't think her fathers could have went another route? Maybe went the loyalty. Maybe fought on the right side, maybe, and still became a king and still have reached his goals without having to. I mean, we make choices in our lives. But he couldn't live with it. That was the part that was so wild. It was the contrast to show you that she had to live without her wings. She had to learn to live without her wings. But when he was in that castle, he couldn't even enjoy his wife. He couldn't enjoy being a king. He couldn't think about nothing but the fact that she was going to come back and get him, because his guilt, his shame was so heavy for power. What do we do for power? For what the world thinks of us, to get an image, to become famous. What do we do for that? Some people will do anything. They'll cut off your wings. They'll cut off your wings. They don't care until they do. Because Maleficent was protected. It was always in God's plan for her to lose those wings and could get them back, but she had to learn some things herself. We always learn a lesson in everything. But again, I love that they told her story. I love that they gave her a backstory instead of just coming in and cursing a baby out of nowhere. And there's plenty, again, of energies that have been written about over time. And if you do your research and read the backstory, you'll understand. Don't just look at the pictures, but get to know that energy. You know, there is a time for everything. You know, there's a time for peace, there's a time for love, but there's a time for destruction. There's a time for chaos. Because there's a time things are going to have to get revealed. And when things are revealed, there's chaos. Because people lived in illusions for so long. People live without consequences for so long. You know, Sekhmet came down to render Ra's consequences. It's like you do something wrong. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I was showing my kids a movie called, it's based on this book called The Mommy Market. The movie's called Trading Mom or something like that. And these kids, they was disrespectful, but they really didn't like their mom because they were bad and she punished them and they got in trouble. I mean, but they were doing like smoking cigarettes. I'm talking about, this is like the 1980s and stuff. So they smoking cigarettes at school. They doing all kinds of stuff. And they're like, man, we can't stand our mom. We just can't wait to get rid of her. And they go to this lady and try to figure out how to get rid of their mom. And they had to learn a hard lesson. Because the discipline, that's a part of being a mom, right? That's the mother energy. It's a part of growing you up and making you into who you're supposed to be. Sometimes we got to destroy so we can become who we're supposed to be. Sometimes you got to get your butt whooped. Sometimes you got to get yelled at. Sometimes you got to be put in your place. She used to just take stuff from them and they ain't like him. But they didn't want to do what they were supposed to do. And I was like, so it's like, let's vilify mom. Mom is horrible. We need to get a new mom. So the lady was like, okay, cool. Go get you a new mom. We're going to send you down to the mommy market. Man, listen. Them kids was looking for their mama by the end of that movie. And it's because, again, a lot of people don't want the full you. They want parts of you. They want the nurturing part, the loving part. They don't want the chaos. They don't want you to tell the real truth. They want you to tell the truth that makes them feel good. But this energy comes with all of it. The divine feminine energy encompasses everything. And you have to accept it and then learn to. That's what the masculine is for. It's the bottle, it's the vase for the light. The masculine is the vase that carries the light. It's like the construct, it is the order. But it's not to contain the light, because the light is the vase itself. It's water, my friend. See, the light shapes the same as the vase. The light is just like water. And the woman, again, is supposed to be able to be the woman in all its fierceness, its fullness, Mother Nature. Sometimes it's pretty outside, sometimes it's raining, sometimes it's storming. It's all necessary. It's all divine. You can't look at it and be like, that's bad Mother Nature. That's good Mother Nature. No, it's all Mother Nature. I didn't make notes and I didn't even look at them tonight because honestly, there's so much going on right now. And I just think that everything that's going on is a distraction. I've been distracted all week. I've been trying to getting this show together all week. And I made notes and I said, I'm gonna go off my notes. And then I was like, no, I'm not. I've been fighting with it. And these distractions come because, again, this information about us going into ourselves at this time, everybody's like, oh, well, you know, I got to worry about this and then the food is up. I get it. It's all up. It's all high. Everything is going to be always like that. Ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs. That's the roller coaster they want to keep us on. Ride the wave of what this energy that is coming in, this fire horse energy, February the 17th, that's officially when it comes in. Ride the wave of everything that's coming in for you. Be your full self. Enjoy this experience as a human being in your fullness. Choose your greatness, because right now you have a chance to be in an energy that hasn't been around in a long time. You have a chance to balance the scales. To be born right now, to be in this energy right now, to be learning the things that we have access to learn right now is a privilege. Do not let distractions like lust and money and greed and power and all this stuff distract you from, for real, saving your own self, raising your own vibration, really getting an experience out of this life. $11:11. Ashe. I do Transformation Tuesdays because I get to do this. I get to let it all out, and I don't be knowing what's going to come out, but I just know that like that divine feminine energy is here. It's been here for a while. It's starting to settle in. It's like the door has cracked, but we haven't seen the end of it. It's like mama's home. Everybody say daddy's home, mommy's home. And when mommy come home, everybody start telling everything. You know, he was playing, he hit me and she did. Yeah. When mommy's home, everybody wants to start telling all the business. That's what I'm saying. We in the year of Aquarius. We in the age of Aquarius. We are. Is it the time? Is it Aquarius? Yeah. Ain't this the season of Aquarius? Y'all birthdays. Shout out to all the Aquarius. I love Aquarius because I'm an Aquarius Pisces. I love Aquarius. I love the mind of an Aquarius. They're before their time, darling. Yes. But I do this show because when I first started doing Pronoia, I did it by myself. And I did it that way because I used to get all of these messages and I didn't know what to do with them. You know, I was writing them out, but I wanted to share them. And now, you know, I want to get back to sharing the messages, and sometimes they come all kinds of ways, y'all. So don't expect any kind of structure to this, but I definitely wanted to zero in on those divine feminine energies because they are all of us. You know, if we don't, the divine feminine does not bow. It doesn't beg. It doesn't chase. It doesn't look for someone else to fill its cup. Exactly. We telling mama everything. The divine feminine fills its own cup. And it waits and it magnetizes and it brings forth. And so these energies have been demonized so that you will turn away from that which is within you. Kali Ma is within you. You could take the head off a demon, for sure. Speak the truth. Kali Ma is within you. Sekhmet is within you. God can call you at any time to stop some, like you've been put in people's lives to actually show them who they are at times. There's people that you have met that probably never, ever would have changed certain things about themselves unless they met you. God will have put you in their lives that way. You are the segment of their lives. You may have changed their lives. You may have given them a rebirth. You may be Medusa. People may hate on you. You may be hated by men and women and because of your beauty, but you still carry yourself with the energy of the divine feminine, regardless. It doesn't matter what people think. Know who you are and listen to that voice within you. Respecting the unexpected is super Aquarian and transformative. That's right. That's right. You know, I didn't know where this podcast was going to go. I just knew that Divine was guiding it. But now as I look forward, I just know that the reason why so many people be wanting to keep people silent about certain things is because once you tap into that energy, there is no way for someone to manipulate you, to get you out of your own energy, to, bait you with love bombs or anything like that. Because God's love, true love, that's divine feminine energy. It's that real energy. It's that come back to yourself energy. It pulls you back in. Mama's love. Are you serious? Listen. Medusa's was beautiful, honey. Oh, yes. Well, you have to share that one with me for sure, because I'm into the mythology. But look, I could ramble on and on. My point is tap into yourselves, love yourselves. Don't let anybody vilify you because you refuse to be the victim of. And if they do want you to be the villain in their story. You're the hero in your own because you see what you're supposed to see. You did what you were supposed to do. You became who you were supposed to be. If God called you and you stood up and you took the head off a demon, then good for you. You did what God told you to do. No matter what other people think. These stories are man-made. These are written by man's hands. These are not God's words. So what people say about you don't really matter. All that matters is how you feel about yourself. And that's for real. Because that's the God in you. God is proud of you. When you stand up on business, when God sees you standing in your power, regardless to the people around you, what they say, what they do, how they feel about what you think everybody agree with me doing this type of podcast? No. Do you think people think I'm weird sometimes? Yes. I hear it all the time. Some people ask me, am I a witch? Do I believe in God? Do I believe in God? That's a good one right there. They're like, do you believe in God? I'm like, what do you think I be talking about all the time? It's just that I don't present a certain way. I use words that other people may not want people who believe in God to use. But God didn't tell me not to use those words. People told me not to use those words. And I'm not saying that God is not like, well, you can switch it up every now and then. Yes, for sure. I can. But sometimes, again, I'm an authentic being. And that's the closest I'm going to get to my higher self on this planet. So God's proud of that. I live in my authentic self. I was divinely guided to this podcast. So when I don't say that I didn't expect to be doing this, but I was called to do it and I answer the call. So when I do it the way I do it, it's because that's how God wants me to do it. And I just say, stand in your power. If people don't like the way you do what you do, that don't mean stop doing it. Just stop doing it for those people. I love being a weirdo too. For real, people don't know how to deal with me at all. Yes, for real. They look, don't get me started, y'all, because I'll do a whole episode on how folks cannot deal with me at all. They don't know how to take me. I mean, they be real inquisitive, and it's funny because, again, that do you believe in God question caught me off guard. I'm like, dang, do I seem like I don't believe in God? Oh, am I a Christian is different. Or am I this or am I that? I'm not any of those things, but I definitely believe in the Most High. It may not be the same God that you believe in, but the Most High God. Yes, I do. Yes, divinely guided always. That's why when I come on here, sometimes I'll be nervous. Let me tell you, I'm nervous tonight too. I'm very nervous because it's been a couple of weeks since I've been on here. And it just felt like brand new. Like my legs was actually shaking before I came on. I was a little nervous. I was like, why am I nervous? But that's why I do the music too. The music helps to calm me in the beginning of the show. So I get ready. So thank y'all for tapping in tonight. I do appreciate you because I didn't know who was going to show up tonight. I ain't really, I did put a lot of promos out, but you know, it's been a while since I came back. So I was like, you know, it's late. Y'all got work and stuff, but I'm going to still show up. Thank you. I love it. She said, you did good. Yay. Listen, I'm like a little kid. Yay. But I was nervous. I don't know why. Because I'm talking about the divine feminine. I'm be honest with you. Like, I am truly a goddess. Like, not in that way, like, oh, I'm a goddess. No, I am really, truly, like, I love the goddess energy. Like, I truly do. So when I speak on it, it's so much of an honor that I don't want to come off, you know, any way disrespectful to that energy, because it's like, you know. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Melissa. I definitely needed that break because I was, you know, I was needing it. And I enjoyed my break too. I enjoyed my break. Yes, I did. No, I really, like, I don't know. I just love the goddess energy. I do. I feel it all the time. I feel protected by the goddesses, Kali, all the goddesses. I feel that energy. That, and they be so proud. 1122, yes. Thank you, Starseeds. Yes, I love you. And thank you for supporting always. I'm so excited for season 6. Again, it is coming in February. February 7th will be the very first show. So put that on your calendar. This is the first time I'm announcing it. King Adonis, I'm going to hit you up with the date. Mahatma, got to get your dates. I got your dates, but I just got to hit you up and confirm. Yes, y'all, next season is going to be beautiful. I'm so excited for season 6. Okay, so there's going to be a couple of more Don't Slay My Dragons because y'all, I got some things. I mean, I got some downloads. I should not be watching TV, okay? But these things have just been coming to me, and it's like, I'll be trying to zone out because sometimes, you know, you get too many downloads. Adonis, I know you know what I'm talking about, right? Melissa, sometimes you get too much spirituality and you got to come back to earth. You know, so sometimes I got to dumb myself down. And even when I dumb myself down and watch movies, I'm still interpreting the movies while I'm watching them. So I'm like, this ain't dumbing me down. Like, I could watch Clueless and interpret that. But I'm telling you, it's crazy. But there's more to come. Season 6 is going to be off the chain. We got plenty of beautiful starseeds joining us. Also, oh, really? Oh, that's dope. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm reading the comments. Yes, let me put this up here. That's the last raid for the Egyptian calendar month too. Wow, see? Look at there. Shout out to Egypt. People are like, why do you love Egypt so much? I don't know. So maybe an incarnation, maybe my last incarnation. You know, I don't know. I just do. So let me love what I love. All right. I hope y'all had a great night tonight. I have. Thank you for tapping in. I know I can ramble, but I love y'all. And I hope that you got a message from this message. Oh, wait. I'm not going out. I'm not going to do this because I do this every time. So my daughter was so kind to set me up and pull out my villain cards tonight because we were talking about villains. So I have a villains tarot deck and it is still Tuesday, you guys. So just for the collective, before we go out, I'm just going to pull, and it's a tarot, but I want to see what villain comes out for us tonight. So since it's been a good night, woo-hoo. It is, oh good, it's a projector thing, yeah, because sometimes I can just go. I'm going to pull and see which villain comes out for us tonight before I close out. again, season 6 is coming in February. It's going to be wonderful. Shout out to all the new and the OG star seeds. I'm so excited. Nick is kind of in the middle. You know, he's like a sophomore, junior now. This one wanted to pop out. Well, we about to get some money. This ain't the villain, but look at that. We about to get some coins, collective. We about to get some coins. All right, that was not a villain, Spirit. Can I get what is our villain for tonight before we close out? What is our villain for tonight before we close out? Much love to you. Yes, these coins. Let me get some coins. Okay. Ooh. Now, she really was a villain. Maybe they should decode her. Because why was she so evil? Okay, our villain for tonight is Cinderella's stepmother. Ooh. 6 of Swords. All right. I don't know why we got her. Oh, but we were talking about the mother. We were. She's a stepmother. Let's think about this real quick. She's a stepmother. Look at that little mean ass cat. Okay, abundance. Yes. All right, listen, star seeds. Y'all been here long enough. Give me your interpretation before I give you mine. What is your interpretation of? We have the 6 of Swords, okay? But we also, it is the stepmother, Cinderella's step. Can y'all see that? It's kind of blurry. Let's see. It ain't gonna get too much better. Cinderella's stepmother. What's Spirit trying to say to us tonight? Oh, she got a mean look on her face. Don't haters gonna hate. Let them hate from the sideline. The world is full of stepmothers, but God is your real mother. Ooh, how you like that? Okay. You're going to have to tell me backstage. Send me a message, Melissa. That's right. The world's full of evil stepmothers, but divine is your true mother. Okay, how about that? Let's close it out with that one. Yo, we're going to get to them coins, though. I tell you that. Get to them coins, star seeds. That's what this year is all about. Taking care of yourselves, living the lap of luxury, divine feminine energy. Magnetize it in. Look at that. The jewels, the diamonds, the money. It's all yours, but you don't have to do nothing cruddy for it. You ain't got, listen, now I'm coming from DC. I'm from Maryland. You ain't got to do nothing cruddy. You ain't got to go out there and cut nobody wings off. You ain't got to do all that. You know what I'm saying, Joe? You ain't got to do all that. You ain't got to do that for these coins. It's yours. Just stand in your energy. Your empress, your emperor. Stand in your energy. Don't let nobody knock you off your throne. Don't nobody take no crown. It's your crown. You. That's right. I asked myself what the tarot card for the blackout would be, and intuitively it said 6 of Swords. Confirmation. Yeah, we're gonna have to get back to Tarot Tuesdays next season too, y'all. I took a little break. We're gonna have to rotate between Transformation Tuesdays and Tarot Tuesdays because I definitely miss it. But yeah, that is the message for tonight. Thank you, Star Seeds. I appreciate you sticking around and listening to me ramble tonight. This is again what is it? Like an in-between season show. So, it's just me doing my stuff. Stick around for the music. I'm going to play it. I hope you had a good night tonight. I did. I don't know why I'm still shuffling. I guess I'm going to try to pull one more card. I don't know. Ooh. Of course. That's why I was still shuffling. Oh, this is, no, that's Snow White. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? Folks be hating. Telling you on your beauty. Telling you, don't. Seven of Wands. All right, I'm done tonight. Okay, no more cards. I love y'all. Pronoia means the universe. Hold on, y'all. Boop. 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 Pronoia means the universe is always conspiring in your favor. I know it get hard out here sometimes, but guess what? Don't settle. Never settle. Everything is coming to you because you have magnetized yourselves. Sit in your energy. It's your energy. Everything that you desire is coming to you. You don't have to work super hard for it because you carry the divine feminine. And the divine feminine don't chase, we attract. Got it? Pronoia, Starseed Podcast. Goddess Rael, I love you. Peace.
Yeah. I had to elevate my mental. I got up off my ass and pressed the gas on my potential. I tamed my temptations, now I'm taking care of my temple. I pull up to the function, skip the line, I'll show credentials. They know I'm presidential. Everything monumental when you recognize your moment. See, I built it on my own, so ain't no question if I own it. They used to laugh, call me alone, and now they asking for a loan. See, my ex said I wouldn't succeed. I planted my feet and now I grown. See, I used to be a stoner, now I'm high off life. I'm up high in plain sight, just hopped off a flight. Me and Hunt OT, now they gotta raise the price, cause I invested in myself and made it back overnight. Dog, we all fall short, don't give a fuck about your height. In America, do you wrong, so you better know your rights. See, they do it for attention, I just follow intuition. I'm on a mission, why they missing? I ain't difficult, I'm different. Ooh. Nah, I can't settle. See, I bet it on myself, now everything getting better. Nah, I can't settle. They want me to come down, told them meet me on my level. Nah, I can't settle. See, I was low, now I'm on higher level. And they keep asking how I did it, doggone special. I'm just special. If life's a marathon, I deserve a medal. Yeah, nah, I can't settle. See, I was low, now I'm on higher level. And they keep asking how I did it, doggone special. I'm just special. If life's a marathon, with my gold medal. See, I used to try to force it, now I flow with it. They threw dirt up on my name, but now I grow with it. I used to wait up on my blessing, now I go get it. I'm done waiting, done debating. If God tests me, let him grade me. This that top shelf flow, yeah, I'm way out your reach. Used to choose between shoes, then I tell them give me each. But I don't brag about no fashion, cause I ain't one for the flash. Used to sag, now I'm a grown man. I keep my belt fast and had so much on my plate. But then I started fasting, then I started meditating, then I started levitating. This that self-knowledge, black man educated, could've been in that cell. Now every day a celebration. Now these days I practice celibacy and focus on development. And I ain't really emotional, I'm just emotionally intelligent. Shawty call me selfish cause I don't focus on my betterment. These days I'm on a higher level. No, I can't settle. Whoa. Nah, I can't settle. See, I bet it on myself, now everything getting better. Nah, I can't settle. They want me to come down, told them meet me on my level. Nah, I can't settle. See, I was low, now I'm on higher level. And they keep asking how I did it, doggone special. I'm just special. If life's a marathon, I deserve a medal. Yeah, nah, I can't settle. See, I was low, now I'm on higher level. And they keep asking how I did it, doggone special. I'm just special. If life's a marathon, with my gold medal. Yeah.
be gentle with me. Pay me like your French girls, piece by piece. Cause my body is a temple, and it needs some extra detail. Right here, right now, and my name is monumental. Say it for me, for me, for me. Cause I'm a goddess, I'm fucking flawless. Let's not be modest. Cause if you fuck with me, I might just change your life. Cause I'm a goddess, make you a promise that if you fuck with me, I might just change your life. If you fuck with me, I might just change your life. If you fuck with me, I might just change your. Want you praying on your knees for me. Must be out of heaven, piece by piece. Cause my body is a temple, and it needs some extra detail. Right here, right now, and my name is monumental. Say it for me, for me, for me. Cause I'm a goddess, I'm fucking flawless. Let's not be modest. Cause if you fuck with me, I might just change your life. Cause I'm a goddess, make you a promise that if you fuck with me, I might just change your life. If you fuck with me, I might just change your life. You could go to paradise, see the wonders, feel the highs, touch the stars and search the skies. Compare to me, cause I'm a goddess, I'm fucking flawless. Let's not be modest. Cause if you fuck with me, I might just change your life. Cause I'm a goddess, make you a promise that if you fuck with me, I might just change your life. If you fuck with me, I might just change your life. If you fuck with me, I might just change your life.
Welcome to the universal womb, where all things are created at the speed of light. You have been brought here by the mother. Better watch how you come for the mother. Rings on knuckles, I rumble for the mother. All the babies in the wombs worldwide with the mother. I'm sharpening my tools, I ride for the mother. Better watch how you play with the mother, aiming at your jugular. What you say to the mother? Pussy niggas tryna have they fucking way with the mother. Feet in the dirt, I'ma have to pray with the mother. The mother, divine feminine, not a ghost in the shell, not the original sin. Sekhmet, serpents, fearless, lioness, worlds in my hips, life on my lips, and I'ma count to 10. Better come again, or we cord cutting. See it in my eyes, feminine rising. All the babies worldwide, I'm on the front line. Tully on my side and a lullaby, baby, don't cry. Better watch how you come for the mother. Rings on knuckles, I rumble for the mother. All the babies in the wombs worldwide with the mother. I'm sharpening my tools, I ride for the mother. Better watch how you play with the mother, aiming at your jugular. What you say to the mother? Pussy niggas tryna have they fucking way with the mother. Feet in the dirt, I'ma have to pray with the mother. Mama Earth, Mother Gaia. Free the Congo, free Sudan and Gaza. Free the minds of every child locked in bondage. I'ma stand up on that business, I'm riding. I'm sliding on all these fuck niggas fucking with our kids. Ran out of luck, nigga, we coming for they lid. Fuck all that soft shit, we calling out your shit. For all the starseeds, the mamas, my sisters, we riding at midnight. I got the blicky, she got the sword, little baby got machete. If it's a war, then we better be ready. Cause wicked forces coming for the babies. And I'ma scorch anybody talking crazy. And mama's waters baptized me as a baby. And made a pure soul stay protected on the daily. I'ma pour some for the angels that we gaining. What? Better watch how you coming for the mother. Rings on knuckles, I rumble for the mother. Babies in the womb, worldwide with the mother. Sharpen the mic to a light, right for the mother. Better watch how you play. Mother, we got church together, what she say to the mother. Pussy niggas tryna hurry for the way with the mother. Beat in the night, I'm about to pray.
Our dear moi, Osamaya Adamidie, me bewa, me daimo, metia sea, me daimo, Dre, damity fat Dre.
I am the earth and water, I am the full moon. I am the first mother, the universal womb. They call me sacred lotus, wisdom of the Khan supreme. The mothership that brought the first terrestrial being. I come from distant planets, and now I have returned. I am the great goddess come to you in human form. Mysterious by nature, I hold my magic wand, cast my cowrie shells and read them in the dirt I stand on. My power is electric, you feel it in my gaze. I will live on when others perish in the end of days. They call it immortal, I move through space portals. My body turns to dust, I'm traded for a better model. I am the shrine keeper, civilization teacher. I am the sun's reflection and the divine receiver. I birthed the last giants, now called the juggernauts. When I designed the trees, I made the roots from my Nazi locks. I am the fertile ground, and I am heaven's skies. I'm made of dark matter and full of pure light. I'm just a tiny proton inside the smallest atom. I am a black hole, pulling stars inside my chasm. You think you know me, but my name eludes you well. I am your consciousness, and I'm your dream spell. I am but all things, yet I am none at all. Enemies fear me, but mostly they just respect and awe.
Something, as we say, I'm compelled by a spiritual force that I cannot resist.
Besides Niyashe can't keep fast by the Shay. Which means a spiritual force that I cannot resist.
I am the earth and water, I am the full moon, I am the first mother, the universal womb. They call me sacred lotus, wisdom of the Khan supreme, the mothership that brought the first terrestrial being. I come from distant planets, and now I have returned. I am the great goddess come to you in human form. Mysterious by nature, I hold my magic wand, cast my cowrie shells and read them in the dirt I stand on. My power is electric, you feel it in my gaze. I will live on when others perish in the end of days. They call it immortal, I move through space portals. My body turns to dust, I traded for a better model. I am the shrine keeper, civilization teacher. I am the sun's reflection and the divine receiver. I birthed the last giants, now called the juggernauts. When I designed the trees, I made the roots from my Nazi locks. I am the fertile ground, and I am heaven's skies. I'm made of dark matter and full of pure light. I'm just a tiny proton inside the smallest atom. I am a
black hole,
pulling stars inside my chasm. You think you know me, but my name eludes you well. I am your consciousness, and I'm your dream spell. I am but all things, yet I am none at all. Enemies fear me, but mostly they just respect it all.
They always thought Africa was something dark and mysterious because of lack of knowledge. If you want to go to Africa, go back to Africa. You know, all those kind of negative things that try to make you really feel bad, but, you know, it just shows their own ignorance. Because I feel good about my Africanism.
What you see is what you get, I got no mask on. What I do it to help take your mask off. Sonic boom when I open up, go blast off. I'm the truth that they thought they could get rid of. I embody everybody that they killed off. Before man and woman when we were just human. Divinity from within was the religion. To know what came before was the only intention. To reach ascension, you have to question everything you thought you knew, there's no exception. We cannot exist without human connection. It's the closest we get to other dimensions. There's no rush, seconds to minutes, all of it is a construct. If I could dream it is deeper than subconscious. I am the beacon for all who want to know us. Frequency beaming, you know I'm made of stardust. Oh.
Learn to cloud surf while never leaving Earth. 10 toes firmly planted in the dirt for what it's worth. See my life flash before my eyes a couple times. So I'd be lying if I said I don't believe in the divine. For reasons we can't find, the truth will probably blow our minds. This energy in the universe send chills down your spine. Had a talk with a goddess about human design. Pull my coat to how I need to get my chakras aligned. Gotta break some bad habits, it's addition by subtraction. Move away from bad actors, trying to leech off your action. It's the laws of attraction, gotta see it before it happens. Gotta believe it with a passion, then receive this beautiful madness. Find a pattern in the chaos, their assessment was way off. You build it from the ground up, you own it, so ain't no layoffs. Your energy is equity, cashing on your day off. Hope to reach a couple souls, it's all a part of the payoff.
To the soil, ancient memories kept alive in these coils. Travel through dimensions, then we jump right out the portal. This flesh will expire, but the soul is immortal. Our story is forever, encoded through these DNA strands. So the ops made a plan to keep them severed, but we are the connectors, serving as a bridge to spark your power deep within and never settle for lesser. We don't fear no oppressor. On this road, let's travel. We embodying the strength of a million ancestors. Let's go, standing 10 toes, equipped for any weather. Talking rain, sleet, or snowfall, drought, famine, or world war. We on a mission for enlightenment by any measure, for real. And I still got open wounds to heal, but I'm out in the field like a samurai, sharpen the blade, moving peace, but I'm licensed to kill. Okay.
Purity and loyalty, I sing from the depths of my heart. Harmony inside of me, reflecting the light of my guide. Is what you are, a star, a star, a star. Is what you are, a star. And my orbit is full of love. Is what you are.
ally with some evil forces. The false gods they idolize, about to leave as corpses. See the veil then got lifted on the ones that's wicked, but they can only stay in power long as we endorse it. When we attach to shit that's toxic, cause we think it's culture. Your president ain't solve a problem, why you keep on voting? The world at your fingertips, but you too busy scrolling. Do Instagram deserve to see all of your sacred moments? Cause you can follow trends for attention, but when you speaking truth, they gon' shadow ban your mentions. It's all fun and games when niggas is going viral, but don't let your thirst for fame slowly grow into a sickness. Cause it's survival of the fittest, and life can be your heaven on earth, or this shit can be your prison. Boss it up, don't be the victim. We chose to walk the righteous path, it's time to stand up on that business. Say
purity and loyalty, I sing from the depths of my heart. Harmony inside of me, reflecting the light of my guide. Is what you are, a star, a star, a star. Is what you are, a star. And my orbit is full of love. Is what you are, a star, a star, a star. Is what you are, a star. And my orbit is full of love. Yeah, yo, my divinity is carved into eternity. My validity evolved into my currency. It's really in me, it ain't on me. I am woman, so I come with certain knowing. Cosmic star, I'm always flowing, attached to no identity. Their reality is poison, call me remedy. When I tuned into their noises, I was questioning my faith and my sanity, saying shit was never handed to me. Now speak abundance on my legacy. Free all my people through the galaxy. All is fair in love and war, so I'm pulling out my swords for the melanated starseeds and goddesses. A lotus at my feet and a Glock 9 tucked, cause I'm all about the balancing. Eternal entity, never worry about luck. What's for me is always guaranteed. I share purity, I share loyalty, I share. I sing from the depths of my heart. Harmony inside of me, reflecting the light of my guide. Is what you are, a star, a star, a star. Is what you are, a star. And my orbit is full of love. Is what you are, a star, a star, a star. Is what you are, a star. And my orbit is full of love.
I'm past the point of complacency. Don't play with me. Chosen like Moses, I'll raise the sea. Just wait and see. Addiction and violence, ancestors had to wait on me. 120 pounds of flesh, but all this weight on me. Heavyweight champ, caterpillar to butterfly, I still sting like a bee. Land of milk and honey for the rest of my team. They was resting on me, now the rest history. Only right that I profit, I'm a walking prophecy. But I'm running this shit, runway was made for me. A flight of fashion week, fight or flight, angel wings. Bigger picture movie screens, I was the missing puzzle piece. Enemies puzzled how I pieced the shit together, I found my inner peace. My interior clean, came in chains and whips and they still want the same thing. I just wanted my freedom, I slayed every demon. R.I.P. put they name up on a T. Hibiscus tea, my cup runneth over, whole world clap for queen. I'm on an ultralight beam, I'm an ultralight being. As above so below, from the heavens and the skies to the roots of the trees. I'm screaming free the world until the whole world is free.